14.2, making linear equations, given that they are parallel or perpendicular to our existing line and goes through a given point. Now, let's help all that make sense. We do have a given line, which is y equals negative x plus 2. We want our line to be parallel to this one, and we want it to go through negative 4, 3. So let's show you what that would look like. Okay, well, y equals negative x plus 2 is equivalent to saying negative 1x plus 2, which implies that our slope is negative 1. Now I'm turning that into a fraction. That'll be negative 1 over 1. And now we can see our rise and our run. Okay, so let's go to 0, 2 for the y-intercept for this. So right here, that's 0, 2. And to get to our next point, we're going to go down 1 and then over 1. That takes us this new point. That new point is going to be x is 1, y is 1. Let's do it one more time. Down 1 over 1 takes us to a third point, which is x is 2, y is 0. Okay, that's enough for graphing. And there's kind of the line, what line should look like. Now, we want our new line to go through negative 4, 3. So let's find negative 4, 3. So x is negative 4 and y is 3, which is right about here. That's our negative 4, 3 point. And we want a line that goes through that, but it's got to be parallel to this guy. So it'll look something like this. So let's begin the process of finding that line. All right, so to make lines, we need the point slope formula. So we need a point and a slope. So let's find the slope first. We have y equals negative x plus 2, which we said this is the same thing as negative 1. So the current slope is going to be equal to negative 1 over 1. That's our current slope. And that's slope number 1. The slope that we want to use, we'll call that M2, has to be parallel. Okay, so a parallel slope would also be negative 1 over 1, or we can just use negative 1. So our parallel slope is going to be negative 1, and we want to go through the point negative 4, 3. So let's put all this information into the point slope equation so we can build a new line. All right, so this new line, we're going to have y is going to be 3. The x is going to be negative 1. Sorry, the m is going to be negative 1 right here. The x is going to be right here, negative 4. And then the b. I want to simplify this by multiplying negative 1 times negative 4. We'll end up getting 3 equals positive 4 plus b. Then I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides to isolate the b. This will simplify to a negative 1 and the equals. This goes away and we'll have b. So b will equal negative 1. So our new equation will be y equals negative 1, the x, and for b, negative 1. All right, so let's graph that just to make sure we got the right thing. So we're just checking to see if we have the right expression. All right, so we're going to go, according to this slope, we're going to go down 1 over 1. So down 1 over 1. And that gives us a new point of x is negative 3, y is 2. And if we do it again, down 1 over 1, we're now at x is negative 2 and y is 1. And that line does look parallel, and it goes through negative 4, 3. Now we could have used the y-intercept, which is 0, 1, 0, negative 1, should I say, and still got the same line by going down 1 over 1. Next, we have y equals negative 2/3 x plus 2. And the slope that we're given here for the first equation, or original equation, is negative 2/3. Now, we want to create a new line that is going to be parallel to this equation. So its line, its slope is going to be also negative 2/3. But it's going to go through the point -6 and -5. So let's create such an equation that will do all of this. We'll start with y equals mx plus b. And we're going to make y -5. M will be negative 2 over 3. Our x will be the 6 here, and then plus b. Now, to simplify this, I want to make both of these into fractions. We have a negative 2/3, and this will become a 6 over 1. So I can multiply numerators and denominators. So if I multiply my numerators, I'll have negative 2 times 6, which is negative 12. In the denominator, I have 3 times 1, which is 3. And then plus b. From here, I'll have negative 5 equals, a negative divided by positive is negative, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. And that's plus b. And now I'm going to add 4 to both sides in order to get the b by itself. And we end up with negative 1 equals b. Therefore, our equation will be similar to the last one. Y equals negative 1x minus 1.